Hello, we are going over custom reports today, which is they did major updates to this area. So super excited to dive into this. So in order to find your custom reports, you just want to come to your reporting tab. Now, a couple notes is you do still have your option for your Google ads, as well as Facebook ads, attribution, call, agent, appointment, etc. But we're going to go into custom report. So let's go ahead. We're going to select create new. And you're going to see that you can clone an existing, start from blank, or go ahead and come from the template library, which is an option that will be coming super soon. Oh, I guess you can't clone one yet, so ignore that I said that. So we're going to go ahead and select, we're going to build a custom report. Oh, shoot. One thing that I forgot to mention is that you can pull it from an existing dashboard. So like, for example, we have our whole business management dashboard. We're going to go ahead and import that just so you can kind of see how it works. So inside of this, we have all kinds of different data. Now, it doesn't look the greatest necessarily with all this extra space, but it basically pulls in every single thing that's in that dashboard and creates it into a report instead that then can be saved, scheduled, or downloaded. Let's go back and actually go ahead and build out something new. Okay, so this is formatted as kind of what is expected to be pretty much like a PDF. So keep that in mind when you're building, is that all of these settings are essentially set up as pages. So we have what they call the cover page here, which is just kind of, hey, this is going to be the date range that we're using. We'll go ahead and change that just from the beginning of the year and hit confirm. And then you can see here untitled page. If you click over here, you can rename this. Let's say this is going to be our traffic report. And go ahead and hit the check mark. You can also, so once we get more, I'll show you that in a second. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so in order to do this, you can go ahead and hit this add widget or use some suggested widgets. Let's go ahead and add, and this is going to be almost identical to your dashboard setup. So we can go ahead in here and put like total funnel views. We want to have the metric based on count of page views. You can do your date range. You can do like a comparison from the year before. And then we can go ahead and also remember, I touched on this in the dashboard video, but if you didn't see it, the way you change the way this looks, you have to select this option first. I can't like select this option and edit it now that it's already in there. So if I want this to be like a line graph, I would have to select this line area and then go ahead and push. Actually, it does update, so hit save. So that does work. That's just one thing to keep in mind. I know a lot of people tend to get a little confused on how you get the different views of the same information. They just tend to go with what the default basically is. So let's go back to visitor data. Let's say we're going to do unique website views. Again, I want this to be a line. We can kind of update the settings here if you want, as well as expand, I don't know where to put my face, expand the advanced settings, and then you'll get the option to say, okay, this is the visited on, here's the reporting range, which defaults to what the whole report is set to, and then the comparison range. So we'll go ahead and populate that. Okay, let's go back. So now we have kind of our traffic, our very general traffic. Let's go ahead and add a page. You can see I added it up here above the page, so that is automatically going to kind of bring me to where this page is above what I already created for the traffic. Now let's go ahead and reopen this page list, and you can drag and kind of adjust those as well. I'm just going to name this tester page because I don't know what I'm putting on it yet. Okay, let's go ahead and add just a couple more things really quickly so you'll have a really good idea of how to kind of edit these. You also have the option to do your elements and then change your theme too. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Let's do pink. I'm feeling a pink mood today. And if I wanted to go ahead and add a title here, test only page. Let's go ahead and hit save. And you can see I have this option here. I can also go ahead and make that longer. Again, very, very similar to what the builder is for your dashboards. Let's go ahead and do count of contacts just for tester purposes. Let's do something that's going, we don't use calls. Let's say delivered emails. I want this as a pie chart. We'll go ahead and hit save. And that should come up nice and pink for us. Yep, I have my theme. So you can also kind of set those in here. You can also add conditions. So if I want to say, okay, I want to see just where we are sending emails from campaigns, not, oh, campaigns isn't really a thing anymore. Email marketing campaign is where it should be. Perfect. So 2.5K, those emails were sent via the email marketing campaigns. Now we're going to go ahead and say, okay, now we want delivered emails. We want this in a pie chart. I want this to be delivered. And then I also want it to be only from workflows. Let's go ahead and make this, whoops, a different, well, it's not going to let me change the theme this time. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So, and then again, we can kind of make these bigger. We can make them smaller. I don't think these ones actually go any smaller, but you can kind of adjust so they look a little different. So this is how we're going to build a report. And then what is kind of interesting about reports, especially if you are someone who is kind of managing these accounts for other people, or you're doing marketing services and you want to be able to send like a monthly report every single month on what the growth has been or what's happening behind the scenes, you can come up here and you can manage permissions this way and say, hey, it's a private report, so only I can see it. I don't want it to be visible to anybody else in the team. You could also turn this off and say, okay, we actually want the entire team to have access to this. And then you can kind of set, okay, account admins have full access, account users have view access only, and then we're going to go ahead and hit save. So again, want to hit save up here. Always a good idea to save your work as you're working on it. You can go ahead and actually customize this a little bit. So if we wanted to add our logo, I would come in here and then we can add our logo, which adds it quite large at the top there. You can also hide your different cover pages, dividers, etc., in that area. Let's go ahead and save again. Now you can export. So exporting is just going to go ahead and literally make this a file that you can save. You can see this is a PDF where I can go ahead and view all of this data. Or you can also go ahead and schedule this to someone, or go ahead and schedule it to be kind of a recurring thing. So let's say we want this to be monthly. Again, this is going to be killer if you are someone who essentially wants to build out these reports and have your client be updated on what's happening behind the scenes, or even have yourself stay up to date on what's happening behind the scenes. You can quite literally just go ahead and have this sent to yourself every single month automatically. And keep in mind that it is going to kind of it will update the data as you're going along. So let's say the date range, you always want it to be the last 30 days versus the 30 days before that. We're always going to send this to hello at. We want it to be also sent to, well, that's a from email. We always want this to go to hello, and then I'm going to have my thing in here as well. And then we'll go ahead and say your monthly marketing report is here. Save and schedule. Oh, I sent that. Whoops. Monthly, first day of the month. Okay, maybe I should do that. Like, what's today? Okay, today's the 25th. I'm going to go ahead and get this sent out. Actually, we'll just send a test. Derp. There's a test option. We'll send this to me so we can see how that looks. I'll be right back. Okay, we officially have the marketing report. So if I go ahead and just view report, this is going to load the official report. There is an option to export. So again, if you're using this for client purposes, they can go ahead and save that directly. But it's going to show all the different pages of what's happening inside of the business. So really excited about this. This is really going to just help business owners or service providers make super data informed marketing decisions and business decisions in general. All right, I will see you in the next one.